It's one of those days today. Today is one of those days where, you know what? It is. It's one of those days that I'm not teaching you anything in math. I'm really not. If you think about this, everything that I am showing you is something you've already learned and you already know how to do. We're just putting it all together. Okay? You know how to add and subtract decimals. You know how to multiply decimals. You know how to divide decimals. We have covered all of that, right? We have also covered algebraic expressions. Well, today we're taking the two of those things and we're combining them. Okay? So you can solve equations with decimals by inverse operations just as you solved with whole numbers. So you have this problem. 45.2 plus m equals 69.95. Remember our rules of algebra. What are they? What's the first thing I got to look for? What's the first thing, Hunter? Find out what's happening to the letter. What's happening to the letter in this situation? 45.2 is being added to it. So, rule number 2. Do the exact opposite and do it to both sides. So, if we're adding 45.2, let's subtract 45.2. Or 45.20. That means that goes away. We're left with m all by itself. M equals, well, we have to do it to both sides, minus 45.2. Now, the one very important thing that you guys need to remember when you're adding and subtracting is decimals is what, Xander? You better line up that decimal. Make sure that decimal point is in the same spot. So you end up with the ones in the one place, the tenths in the tenths place, the hundredths in the hundredths place, the tens in the tens place. You have to make sure you line up those decimals. Okay, Hunter? Okay, so let's do the subtraction. We end up with 5 here. We end up with 7 here. We end up with 4 here. We end up with a 2 here, and we put a dot straight down. And don't forget your label. M equals 2475. Now, again, in order to receive credit, I need to see the entire work, all of it. What's happening to my letter? Hunter? It's being subtracted by 16.2. Or 6.2. What's the exact opposite of subtracting 6.2? Plus 6.2. Plus 6.2, because we're going to do it to both sides. That goes away. We're left with k all by itself. K equals, we're adding. Okay, let's not forget that. We got a 7 here. We got a 15 and a dot. That's simple. But I need all of it. Don't forget to put it all there. Whoa, what's happening to the letter here? Lauren, do you remember? By what? It's being multiplied by 6. Remember, a number and a letter right next to each other means multiplication. So we got 6k. What's the exact opposite of multiplying by 6? Divide by 6. So we divide this side by 6. We divide this side by 6. That goes away. We're left with k equals 7.2 divided by 6. Okay, 7.2 divided by 6. 1 minus 6 is 1. Bring it down. 12. 2 and a dot. 1.2. Okay. Cool. Look at one more, maybe two. Oh, like that one. What's happening to the letter in this one? Brett? It's being divided by 7. What's the exact opposite of divide by 7? Gracie? Times 7 here. Times 7 here. That goes away. We're left with m equals. Remember how to multiply decimals? Just forget the decimals there to begin with, right? So we got 6 times 7, which is 42. How many decimal places did we use in that multiplication problem? 2? No, 1. 0.6. This was 0.6 times 7. So one spot, so we go one spot and we put the dot right there. Okay? Cool? You can handle an assignment like this? I'm pretty sure you can. Just make sure you guys show all your work. I just want to look to see what we got for a word problem. You're going to have problems that deal with area. The area of Emily's floor is 33.75 square meters. If its length is 4.5 meters, what is its width? Remember, how do you find area of a rectangle? So we're going to have L times W equals A. We can plug this in. It says A is this, so we'll plug that in for that. We'll plug length in for that, and we end up with 4.5 W equals 33.75. And then you can solve the problem. Okay? For your homework, what I want you to work on. Page 146, 10 to 28 even, and 38 to 44 all.